Hello, my audience. I'm reviewing Spider-Man 2 from 2004, the director's cut. I give it 2 points out of 10. This movie sucked. Spoilers, I'm going to go into. That's the one where Doc is the villain, and these mechanical arms are controlling and manipulating his mind, making him evil and crazy, power hungry shit. And Spider-Man stalking his sort of never was ex, but wants to be with her now that he gave up the mantle of Spider-Man. You know, she's right around the corner getting married. That's not all creepy. I guess it's not supposed to be in the plot, but it comes across when you're watching the movie, and stupid. This behavior Spider-Man is in this movie. The Peter Parker half. But when he's being Spider-Man, he's not stupid and confident buffoon. Just as Peter Parker. Yet he ends up with the girl in the end and have her leave her fiance on the wedding day. And just leaves a little note. That heartless bitch. I feel bad for Jameson Jr.'s son. I think he deserves better than MJ. Fucking cunt. So, MJ sucks, Peter sucks, McGuire, Spider-Man sucks less this time around. Peter sucks much as ever this time around, more than he did in the sequel. The Peter half, MJ sucks more now this time around than the first movie. They're all both unlikable couple of ugly people, spirits, they are. People. Shitty people they are both. They belong together, I guess. At least that's what the movie says. Why not have them together in the first movie? Probably because they didn't plan on doing a sequel or a franchise like this movie planned on. Now this one sets up for the third one, as the New Goblin is Rising by Harry Osborn will be the new Goblin in the sequel, Spider-Man 3. This movie splooed. Yeah, the action is cool as ever, in for much more better, top-notch action than the first one, and at least the visuals look finished and polished and ready for final product release. Not like the first one had that problem with. The first one had the problem with rough CGI and not looking finished and stuff. This one at least finished was the CGI when it got released, and look, top-notch actions is better, a lot much better this time around, and more frequently happen this time around. But it's still in a stupid, bizarre plot with the characters that Peter he interacts with when he's intervening Peter Parker. Peter Parker, not like Spider-Man, this is just still not interesting or a compelling character on the big screen at this time around. And I just don't like him like I like the Spider-Man when he's only. I only like him when he's being Spider-Man in this time around. I didn't like him when he was being Peter Parker. And even when he's Spider-Man, I just only kind of like him as a passable. I'm lukewarm on liking him as Spider-Man this one. While the first one, I just hated him as Spider-Man. His performance as Spider-Man is better than it was in Spider-Man's better in this movie than it was in the last movie. But Peter Parker half is worse than ever than he was in the first movie. And it too much. It overstays his welcome, Peter Parker half. Spider-Man's really Billy in the movie as he's doing Spider-Man deeds, heroic deeds, and action, which is what you really want to see. But the movie says, "Fuck you, fans! You want to see action? Too bad. We'll give you this 2 free shitty love story that I whipped out of my ass." Sam Raimi says, and y'all love the shit out of it and give me money. You fucking asshole faggots of fanboys. But I'm not eating his shit and kissing his ass like some of these Marvel fans that like to do that with Sam Raimi just because he whooped out a shitty script. It was decent action this time around. Sprinkle in the shitty script. No, it needs more than that. It needs to keep me engaged and it needs to also make me give a fuck. But I can't do either one when it's not showing the spectacle action. And so when people talk, it's just uninvesting, unintelligible, mumbo jumbo what script is. With mumbo jumbo, quirky dialogue and acting that doesn't even sound authentic or believable in any realm of reality, of suspension of disbelief. This sucked. 2 out of 10 this gets. This is a bigger joke than This is a shittier movie than any of the Human Centipede movies, extended cuts. This is worse than Titanic by James Cameron. The biggest sin about the movie is it's around 3 hours too long. This movie is at least shorter, so... But it feels like it drags. Was his pacing being balls slow? More than the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 and 2. But just as believable performance as Jennifer Lawrence from the Mockingjay movies or any of the Hunger Game movies was Jennifer Lawrence. This has greater acting as the Hunger Games movies had acting that was authentic, which is not authentic. It feels stale like a dry chip with their acting. With the clunky dialogue, the awkward acting feels lowbrow, like you want cringe and just slap your head over and say this is embarrassing to cinema. That's why Spider-Man 2 from 2004 gets a 2 points out of 10. And that's being generous, you bastards. That's as generous as I'm going to be to this movie. Giving it 2 points out of 10 points. As my final verdict. This movie blew. Fuck this movie. I hate this movie a lot. This sucked. Goodbye. Subscribe. Like this video, please. Bye.